Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back from a brand new video. Today's a video, I'll be honest, I wasn't planning on making a video today. Trying to give you a wee couple of days off for this guy right here. But there's a massive story that's gone around the place and everyone's talking about it, everyone's sharing it, everyone's discussing it. And I thought, let's try and stop that right frickin' now. Let's sit here, let's discuss it, and then let's stop feeding these gutter birds. Now, just in case that title doesn't give away and you don't know what we're actually here to talk about, it's unfortunately not the fact that we've had a fantastic start to the season. That's not what's out there. No one wants to talk about the fact that Rangers are having a fantastic start to the season. They went ahead and matched a club record that sat there since the 40s, and we're only a couple days away to this weekend versus Hamilton with an opportunity to break that. That's no what's getting flung about the old internet. It's a negative story built on nothing but utter drivel. So I thought today, me and let's sit down and talk about it and hopefully clear up the lies, the BS, to hopefully decrease the likelihood of any of us watching today's video clicking on these links and getting involved in these websites and giving them exactly what they want, and that is these clicks. Now granted, I'm obviously sitting here talking about it in today's video, but it is literally everywhere online. Everyone's sharing about it, everyone's talking about it, and I've been tagged on it a hell of a lot this morning on Twitter, and I've had messages sent to me on Instagram as well. So in today's video, I won't be sharing the links, I won't be sharing who's posting them, I won't be sharing any of that information. What I'm going to hopefully try and do today is contain the bullshit flame, right, until it's smothered. But enough talking around the plate, let's dive in and get to the meat and potatoes then, shall we? We're obviously here to talk about Ryan Kent and the fact that Ryan Kent is keen to leave. Ryan Kent wants out, Ryan Kent isn't happy, and Ryan Kent doesn't want Rangers to stand in his way. I mean, look how unhappy Ryan Kent is. And within these stories and within these clickbait headlines about Ryan Kent wanting to leave Rangers, they've actually just opened up and sprinkled just a wee fake Steven Gerrard comment, as well as they made this up and said that Steven Gerrard said if Leeds want him, they'll probably get him. No direct quote, no evidence, no clips, no nothing to back up what they've just said. But we do actually have evidence of what Steven Gerrard said, so roll it.
The way these things work, at some point it gets to the stage where it's probably taken out of my hands. That's the reality of it. But the good thing is that the board are on the same page as me with this one. They don't want to sell. We want the player to stay. He's a big part of our team and our squad and the plans. He's very well liked here. The fans love him. He's a fan's favourite. So I think Leeds have to respect that.
Bit of a stark contrast in what Steven Gerrard said and what's actually been reported in this clickbait nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, it's also been reported that Ryan Kent wanted to join Leeds last summer. He was his preferred target and Leeds couldn't bulk up the funds to get him, so Ryan Kent ended up with us. I smell shite. But in all seriousness, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Yes, the clickbaits and the stories that's out there are scary and they give you a wee bit of jump, but they're nothing more than cheap horror jump scares with absolute no substance or content behind it. They're basically the Paranormal Activity sequels. And listen, my overall thoughts on this, I'm not sitting here saying that Ryan Kent is with us to the day that the wheels fall off for him, right? And he can't move anymore. He's not here forever. And hell, I'm not even saying he's definitely not leaving anytime soon. But what I'm saying is the stories you're reading and sharing today are just utter drivel. Yes, they do give you that scare, but there's none actually behind them. The word exclusive has been flung around left, right and centre, but that word exclusive is so watered down now by the people that works for these newspapers clinging on for dear life in a dying industry that they literally mean nothing anymore. Because I'm just asking you watching today's video, just this summer alone, the last couple of weeks, how many times have you seen exclusive and then a wee transfer story, a transfer thing right here, and then a couple of weeks later it turns out to be absolutely none? Exactly, the word exclusive before a story means absolutely nothing. There's no weight behind it at all. And when you look into these stories and you actually check about it, there's no quotes, there's no direct quotes, there's no clips, there's no evidence, there's nothing to back up any of their claims besides the word exclusive, which we've already just said is worthless these days. I mean, just look at the way they misrepresented what Steven Gerrard said to what they wanted to write to fit the narrative what they're actually pushing. And that's my thoughts and opinions on the Ryan Kent saga that's apparently happening behind the scenes that he wants out and all that. I didn't see anything in it at all, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm not saying here if Rangers get offered silly money for Leeds eventually, will he go? That's a possible, because obviously the board and everything like that. But what we actually do know is, one, Steven Gerrard has said numerous times Ryan Kent is vital to what he's been building over the last 3 years. According to him, he's not for sale. Yes, people can have the prices and all that, but he's vital to what he has built, and everything we've heard as well from the Ryan Kent side of thing and what Gerrard said, and just how Ryan Kent just approached the Kilmarnock game, the way he held himself, the way he was smiling and he was joking with Steven Gerrard. That isn't a boy that's upset and forcing his way out. I mean, look at the training videos, look at the pictures that's out there. He's always smiling, he's always getting involved in everything. So as far as we know, Gerrard doesn't want to sell him, Rangers didn't want to sell him, and Ryan Kent doesn't want to leave. So as we stand right now, as I'm making today's video, there's nothing in any of this besides exciting clickbait titles that's driven to get clicks. So I'm going to end the rumour / transfer speculation and all this lies that's out there right frickin' now. And I want to jump over that and sit and just talk to you about a Rangers thing and just about Ryan Kent as the player, because we've never had time to just sit down me and talk about whether or not we should let Ryan Kent go in this window. And I'll go first, unless you've already done that in the comments. I'll be brutally honest, there's no way in hell do I sell Ryan Kent this summer in any stretch of the imagination. I didn't care if they offered 20 million. I'm being serious. I didn't let him go. Now, I might get mocked for saying that because 20 million's a lot of money, but look at what Ryan Kent is actually doing. People can point to last season and say, oh, he's a wee bit disappointing, but this season right here is the first time Ryan Kent has ever been fully fit and had a pre-season in a Rangers shirt, and just look at what he is doing with that under his belt. He looks by far our best player on that part. And when you look into what Ryan Kent has been for us so far this season, it's a nice little tidy price tag. Won't always bring in the exact same in return, because right now we have a guy that's adjusted to the league, who can play in this league and who has the ability to never hide, who wants to be the game changer and who wants to be the game winner for Rangers. Because even the people that didn't like Ryan Kent and maybe slightly disappointed in him can never say that lad hides on a football park. He's up for the battle. He gets kicked for pillar a post and he's right back up and he's getting amongst it and he wants to be the guy at Rangers. You can clearly see he's got that mentality. So it would be nice if he got loads and loads of money, and that's great because our football manager brains think we can bring this guy in, he'll bring the exact same. That's not the way it works. I mean, look at over the years, not even just recent history, gone back, people with big price tags haven't always brought in the goods right away. And when you look at this season, what's on the line for us, how we've started the season, we can't afford to drop someone that's such a key player in every single thing we do. And listen, we all know I love a bit of transfers and I love being linked with players and signing them. I love speaking about all that stuff, but this is one of these ones where you didn't just sell Ryan Kent because of the price tag, and you have a look at a guy on YouTube and he looks great. There's no confirmation that he'll be able to bring that in here. I don't care how big his reputation is in the game or how good he is on FIFA. Ryan Kent is doing things on a weekly basis now and looking at our best attacking player, and when you want to win things, you didn't let that go. So I'm with the gaffer in this one. There's no way we let Ryan Kent go. He's got it up here, he's got it down here, and that right there is very, very hard to find, no matter the zeros that's after a certain number. But that's it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. We have talked about the ridiculous transfer clickbait that's been used on Ryan Kent's name, and we've also discussed Ryan Kent's importance to the team in today's video. And with me done and dusted, now it's time for me to hand the reins over to you guys. And just because I've been a bit ranty and I've let myself go and that way doesn't mean you need to agree with me. Feel free to disagree, because let's be honest, I'm usually wrong every single time. So if you feel like we should cash in on Ryan Kent, get involved in the comment section below. It's all about that discussion here on this channel. And as always, I've been CJ Nova92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.